best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, saying no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the option, I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the course. Follow the core and the back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who was involved. Don't let me do it, cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Heard they was missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory back up on top, and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history. Fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form shall prosper. Be all over my roster. I got options, I keep it right on the dresser. Next to the Oscar, applying pressure. Somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my time, so go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend, tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. I just came back for the win.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now ETN to start the drive. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, ETN once more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
On first and 10, it's ETN. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a second and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down, a run with ETN. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run with Etienne. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Etienne up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And some room to roam now. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Eagles at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, You got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
They run with Sanders off the option. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. So the penalty not quite enough to get him the first as they'll come up here on 3rd and inches. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there at 22.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
A first down throw for Mayfield. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. It's a second down run with Sanders. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Run.
Here's Mayfield. It's caught. Smith. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jimmy Graham. A 7-yard touchdown grab. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On play action, Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. A give running right, Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now a dump off here complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On the end around, here comes Smith. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Big time drive, let's go. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's got a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Throwing, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 2 now, second and goal. Mayfield steps away to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Baker Mayfield as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Lawrence to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Play fake. Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. On the return, here's Agnew. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On 1st down, Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taking it about the 16. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And out across midfield down to the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Mayfield now. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
K'Lavon Chaisson, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Sanders. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Mayfield off the play fake. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The Eagles send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They'll start on the ground, Etienne.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll go again with Etienne.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Lawrence will throw.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Ready. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And Ingram hauls it in.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Jaquan Brisker.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Hey, 133.
To throw, Mayfield.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a first down. Now a carry for Sanders. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. And it's on. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. So his first sack of the game at CD, not his first of the season. He has shown an ability to get after the quarterback here early in his rookie year.
Yeah, and that just goes along with everything else we already knew about him. We knew his ability to tackle.
As Sanders has it poked free, and the Jags grab it.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally coughed it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Etienne once more.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. The offense on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jags come up empty on fourth down, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Mayfield on play action. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run with Sanders. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. Third and goal. Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
They go for it on fourth and goal, but that winds up incomplete. An incompletion there on fourth and goal from the 3. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and 3rd and 8 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Another run with Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning. They'll run. It's Sanders.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And they take a knee.
Here goes Jets. Let's go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to.